Okay, on number 10, we're going to prove, given that EB is perpendicular to AC, so EB is perpendicular to AC, and AD is perpendicular to DC, we're trying to prove that angle AEB equals angle C. So we're trying to prove that this angle, AEB, is equal to angle C. Okay? Now, all they're giving us is that EB is perpendicular to AC. So EB is perpendicular to AC, so that makes a right angle there. And then AD is perpendicular to DC, so that makes a right angle here. All right, so we've got two right triangles. We've got this little right triangle, and we've got this big right triangle. And somehow we're going to try to prove that this angle is equal to this angle. One corollary that we had in this lesson, in this chapter, was that the acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. And in a past chapter, we learned that if an angle is, if two angles have the same complement, then they are equal. And those are the two things that we're going to use to do this proof. So, we'll start out with our given. So EB is perpendicular to AC and AD is perpendicular to DC, and that's given. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and say that angle ABE is a right angle, and angle ADC is a right angle. And this step is almost not necessary, but we'll just say that that's because of the definition of perpendicular. Perpendicular lines form right angles. So we just want to say that so that now we have really made it clear that AEB is a right triangle and ADC is a right triangle. All right. So now I can say that angle AEB is complementary to angle A, because remember, the two acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. So I'm saying that AEB is complementary to angle A. So angle AEB is complementary to angle A. And I'm also going to say that angle C, well, we'll just say this in the same step because it has the same reason. Angle C is complementary to angle A because in the big triangle, angles A and C are the acute angles of this right triangle. So they are complementary. So we're using this corollary that says in a right triangle, the acute angles are complementary. They have to add up to 90 so that it'll be a total of 180. 90 and 90 is 180. So in a right triangle, the acute angles are complementary. So I've said that AEB, this angle here, is complementary to A. And now I'm saying that angle C is complementary to A because in the big triangle, the big right triangle, these are the acute angles. All right, so the acute angles of a right triangle are complementary. All right, so I've just said that AEB is complementary to A and C is complementary to A. If two angles are complementary to the same angle, then they must be equal. So angle AEB equals angle C because angles that are complementary to the same angle must be equal. So that is all there is to that proof.